In 1990, Vincent van Gogh's portrait of Dr. Gachet sold for $82 million. It was the most expensive painting ever sold at the time. For decades, this was the ultimate flex. If you were rich beyond imagination, you bought a masterpiece, hung it on a wall, and let the world know you had arrived. But something changed. In 2023, a group led by Josh Harris paid $6.05 billion for the Washington Commanders. Not for a Picasso, not for a Rembrandt, for a football team that hadn't won a Super Bowl in over 30 years. That single transaction was worth more than 13 Salvator Mundis. The most expensive painting in history, sold for $450 million in 2017, suddenly looked like pocket change. So what happened? Why did the world's wealthiest people stop competing over canvases and start competing over franchises? The answer is a story about scarcity, media money, and the one thing billionaires can't buy anywhere else. This is how sports teams became the new Picasso.
To understand this shift, you need to understand how each asset actually works. Fine art runs on a simple engine: scarcity plus sentiment. A dead master can't paint new works, so supply is frozen forever. Value is driven almost entirely by desirability, provenance, and prestige. But here's the catch: a painting generates nothing. It just sits there. No revenue, no cash flow, no growth engine. Its value only moves when someone else decides they want it more than you do. And art is famously illiquid. Selling a $100 million painting can take months or years, and prices swing wildly with taste and fashion. Sports teams have scarcity too, but it's a different kind. Call it engineered scarcity. The NFL has exactly 32 teams. The NBA had 30 for decades. These leagues operate as closed clubs, and the existing owners control the gates. You cannot paint a new NFL franchise into existence. You can't mint one. The only way in is to buy out someone who's already inside, and there are only a few dozen seats at the table on planet Earth. But unlike a painting, a sports team is a living business. It generates revenue every single year, and that revenue has been exploding. From 1991 to 2020, the values of major American sports teams grew at an average annualized rate of over 10%. The S&P 500 over the same stretch returned roughly 7.5%. Think about that. A so-called vanity purchase quietly outperformed the stock market for 3 straight decades. So where does all this money actually come from? 3 engines: media, brand, and real estate. Start with media. In an age where nobody watches anything live anymore, sports are the last form of appointment television. You can binge a drama next month. You cannot watch the Super Bowl next month. That makes live sports the single most valuable content on earth for advertisers. In 2021, the NFL signed media rights deals worth an estimated $110 billion over 11 years. Divide that up, and every owner receives billions in near-guaranteed income over the life of the deal, regardless of whether their team wins or loses. Imagine owning a painting that pays you a 9-figure dividend every year just for existing. That's what a modern franchise is. Second, global brand. Teams are no longer local businesses. They're worldwide content houses. Merchandise, streaming, sponsorships, social media, international tours. A club like Manchester United or Real Madrid has hundreds of millions of fans across every continent. In recent seasons, Europe's top football clubs have collectively generated over 11 billion euros in revenue in a single year. Third, real estate. The modern playbook says don't just own the team, own the stadium, and own everything around it. Concerts, restaurants, hotels, offices, entire entertainment districts. The team becomes the anchor tenant for a real estate empire. Put those 3 engines together and you get a flywheel. More media money attracts bigger stars. Bigger stars grow the global brand. A bigger brand fills the stadium district. And all of it drives the franchise value higher. If you want the perfect case study, look at the Golden State Warriors. In 2010, venture capitalist Joe Lacob and his partners bought the Warriors for $450 million. At the time, it was a record price for an NBA team, and plenty of people thought he overpaid. The Warriors were a mediocre franchise in a crowded market. Lacob ran the team like a Silicon Valley startup. He invested in analytics, player development, and fan experience. The team drafted well, won championships, and then made the boldest move of all.
It built the Chase Center in San Francisco, a privately funded arena that turned the franchise into a year-round entertainment and technology business. Today, the Warriors are valued at an estimated $7 to $8 billion. That's roughly a 15-fold return in about 15 years. Show me the painting that did that. And this isn't just an American story. In global football, legacy clubs remain the ultimate prestige assets, even when their on-field results wobble. Owning Real Madrid, Manchester United, or Paris Saint-Germain isn't just a business decision. It's a seat at the table of global culture. Which brings us to the deeper reason billionaires are lining up. It was never just about the returns. Think about who's buying. Steve Ballmer paid $2 billion for the Los Angeles Clippers in 2014, a price everyone called insane. Today, the team is worth several times that. The Walton family owns the Denver Broncos. Sovereign wealth funds from the Gulf have taken control of clubs like Newcastle United and Paris Saint-Germain. Private equity firms are now buying minority stakes across the NBA, Major League Baseball, and European football. Here's what they all understand. A painting hangs in a private room. A few hundred people might ever see it. But a sports team? A sports team owns a piece of the public's heart. Millions of people wear your logo. Entire cities plan their weekends around your product. Politicians court you. Broadcasters pay you. Your asset is on television every single week. That is cultural monopoly. And it's the one thing that money, until now, could never directly buy. There's also a structural force pushing prices ever higher. As institutional capital floods in, the pool of buyers keeps growing, while the number of teams stays frozen. More money chasing the same 32 seats. Economists have a phrase for what happens next. Prices go up. The original passion assets are becoming institutionalized assets, and every new record sale resets the floor for the next one.
So let's put the two side by side one last time. A masterpiece painting. Beautiful, scarce, and silent. It generates no income, costs money to insure and store, and can take years to sell. Its value depends entirely on the shifting tastes of a tiny circle of collectors. A major sports franchise. Also scarce, but alive. It throws off guaranteed media revenue, compounds through real estate and global branding, has outpaced the stock market for 30 years, and comes with something priceless attached. The devotion of millions of fans and a permanent seat in the culture. For 500 years, the ultimate symbol of wealth was a canvas on a wall. Today, it's a stadium under lights. The Mona Lisa will never sell more tickets. Starry Night will never sign a media deal. But somewhere right now, a billionaire is looking at a mid-market franchise the way collectors once looked at an undiscovered masterpiece. And they're thinking the same thing collectors have always thought. Whatever it costs today, it will cost more tomorrow. Art isn't dead, it just changed shape. It has a roster, a schedule, and 100,000 seats. The new Picasso plays on Sundays.